Right.
I will let you tell it.
No, you're
no,
the best.
I want you to tell it.
You really are the best. You proving it here today. As much as I'm proving it, you proving it. You proving it. Yeah, that wasn't the thing. It wasn't, people say that. He lost $50 million. No, that's not even close to what happened to this dude. And until you understand what happened to the dude, you don't understand what happened. Like, no, not they offered him $50 million and he turned it down. Who gonna turn down $50 million? Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Katt, I need another one. You here, get you another one too,
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Katt Williams ain't got no trouble exposing Diddy for the criminal that he is. In the past and now, with all the allegations coming out against the rapper, it's looking like Williams was speaking the truth the whole time.
Motherfuckers be gay in Hollywood, you never fucking expected. They be having these big ass mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms. I ain't been famous that goddamn long. I'm excited in a motherfucker to be at the mansion party. You be looking at all the goddamn rooms, and you fuck around and look in the wrong room and shit. Nigga, come here, come here. Is that 2 niggas kissing? Is one of them niggas...
Now, back when Diddy reigned supreme over the music industry, Katt Williams was the only person to call him out for his freak-off parties, where the diddler drugged people and forced them to perform inappropriate sexual acts while he filmed.
What's happening, Puff? I'll be back to you if JD ain't had enough. Yeah? Jermaine Dupri, king of the pedophiles, if you ask me, baby. Shit. Jermaine Dupri, small as a child. If I was fucking Janet, she'd already have it.
In fact, back in 2011, Williams called out Diddy, comparing him to Jermaine Dupri, who had allegations of grooming an underage bow wow, implying that Diddy's relationship with Usher was the exact same.
We made love. We made love.
Who you made love with?
Diddy, Bow Wow, Busta Rhymes.
You just told me you see Busta in the airport too. That motherfucker try to act like he didn't know you. You smashed Drake?
No, I never smashed.
Oh, you made love to Drake.
And Katt Williams. What's his name?
Bro, you smashing a lot of people.
What's that nigga name? Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard. Usher. Usher's a gusher. And
what the fuck? Why you not naming no hoes?
I'm telling you, bro. It's my dad's friends. My dad sicked his baddest friends on me.
Who's your dad?
Lucifer. Thought you knew.
I did.
Okay.
You're Jesus.
Yeah. So my dad sicked like every bad one on me. And I was like, whatever. Whatever. But the babies matter now. And I'm like, nigga, not my kids.
And not just Katt, the entire industry seems to know that Diddy forced Usher to sleep with him while he was a minor and under his mentorship. But sadly, that cycle doesn't stop there.
That was stupid! Listen, that was fucking stupid!
Usher was a regular at all of Diddy's freak-off parties, and by the looks of things, Diddy clearly still holds a lot of power over the guy.
Looking at this lawsuit, right, Lil Rod, he alleges that, Diddy told him personally that he had sex with Usher. And when you look at the lawsuit, even though they got Usher name redacted, you could tell who it is because they described him as the guy that performed at the Super Bowl.
Right.
So, we all know who that is, but how you feel about that, man?
Well, I mentioned that earlier, that he said about Stevie J. The Usher part, that's a touchy situation, man. But he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything. You know what I'm saying? About the business. I know, and people know, that was around that in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now, I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass? Now, I'm telling that because you taking up for somebody that you know and a lot of more people know didn't do you right. Let Usher explain that to you. Let Usher mama explain that to you. And the hospital was in Scarsdale, New York.
Gene Deal, Diddy's ex-bodyguard, has gone into a lot of detail about the nature of Diddy's relationship with Usher, claiming that the diddler abused the young Usher to the point where he had to be sent to the hospital. Sticky buns? More like torn buns.
I mean, they did a lot of work together, man, throughout their whole career. You know, Puff was...
Bruh.
Early in his career, Puff and Usher were working together. When Usher was just a kid, all the way up. I mean, you know, I think there's videos from not too long ago when they were together, and you know, Puff is making jokes about how they used to wrestle for the Frosted Flakes in the morning, and
yeah, I bet they did.
you know,
Somebody frosted somebody frosted somebody flakes. Without the milk.
And that ain't the only time that Gene Deal has opened up about what he witnessed between them.
In that industry, a lot of people are stand back and say, well, it happened to me. That's how some of them people pay their dues. And the people who don't go down like that don't be as great as the Ushers, as the Diddys. It's a way of passage to certain people in the entertainment business.
Deal seems to think that the only reason Usher ain't coming out with his allegations against Diddy is because he owes the diddler his career. At this point, Usher's way too involved in Diddy's mess to be able to snitch and walk away unscathed, especially when why all consider what he did to Justin Bieber.
Just like it wasn't seminal fluid that Justin Bieber was wiping away from his mouth when he brought his face up from Odell Beckham's groin in a club with Trey Songz on the lookout.
The images are there.
No doubt.
Do you have any views on Usher? Because a lot of things have come back to where
Usher.
they talk about his...
Usher, I'm tired of Usher.
Oh, okay.
Goofy bitch.
No.
Got your asshole ripped open and the only thing it inspired was loyalty? They ripped your ass open. Gene didn't say it. He said, check the records at the hospital. I'm saying it. You got your ripped open. Then you take Justin Bieber from Lily White, Canada, and take him to the flavor of Fuck Off, the kiddie edition. Get his ripped open. Now everything's coming out, and the first thing you do is run the Bali with another kiddie rape who works with the man, L.A. Reid, that sent you to the Diddy flavor freak off.
And Gene ain't the only person who's witnessed all this, because Jaguar Wright has also corroborated the story, while also adding that after he was done with Usher, Diddy went after Justin Bieber. The lawsuit that L. Rod filed against Diddy directly states that the rapper had an extremely inappropriate sexual relationship with Usher, while the latter was still a minor. More than that, Usher himself has gone on the record to talk about what it was like living in Puffy's flavor camp and being exposed to sex and drugs at a young age to the point where he would never actually let his own kids near Diddy. Usher talks about his time at Puffy's flavor camp. Something about his body language gives away the fact that Diddy has complete control over the guy.
There's been 2 lawsuits that we've been able to see in regards to Diddy, and both of them are pretty similar in the sense that they both allege that Puffy tried to force them to do drugs and that Puffy enjoyed watching them be with other men. What do you think his fascination is with watching the girls that he's with be with other guys?
He ain't watching the females, he watching the guys. I keep telling y'all the nigga been battling with this homosexuality shit way before all this shit came out. Y'all be, you mother like always saying, and you too, John, Reggie be lying, Reggie making up shit. But if y'all go and listen to my videos before, y'all see I done spoke on all this bullshit before. Been telling y'all, Puffy Combs is a fucking homosexual. Any man sitting paying a motherfucking male to come and watch him have sex with his girl is a weirdo. Now I know y'all be like, well, you don't watch porn? You don't watch porn? No, number one, I don't pay a motherfucking man to come and watch me or let me watch them a man. I mean, a girl. I ain't gonna pay no man to do that. And generally, if I'm watching porn, it's girl on girl. That's just my taste. But yeah, that's crazy. But I've been telling y'all the niggas is gay. He's gay, but when you have to have these females around, you gotta hide that crazy fantasy y'all got. Gene done told y'all, the nigga going to buy butt plugs. Females that play with dildos and butt plugs and all that, they want their own. They want that shit broken out brand new or new for you niggas that don't know. You go break out a dildo that you've been having laying around the house or something like that. Bitches be like, nigga, get that shit away from me. You better break it out of some plastic. How I know? I used to date. I don't do that no more. I am a happily married man now. But that's how that shit goes, y'all. That's how that shit goes. Puffy is a weirdo. Been telling y'all he's a weirdo. But now that it's out, everybody else can benefit from the stories. But Gene been telling y'all. That's one thing I give him credit for. He been telling y'all. He ain't been saying no words like I just harshly said it. But dude, man, the dude, it's gonna come out. Usher, somebody gonna come out and tell y'all these stories.
Reggie Wright, former head of security for Bad Boy Records, claims that tons of people in the industry know about Diddy's homosexuality, and he didn't hesitate to name drop Usher as one of the people that he groomed.
All the stuff about him having fetishes is true.
Oh, no doubt. Especially if he getting butt plugs in different flavors.
But speaking of butt plugs, right, I remember some years ago, Cameron, he did an interview, and he told a story about how he went to Diddy house with mates,
Yeah.
and he found the dildo in the sink.
I think that was crazy. I think that was out of, and then Mace said that was Puffs. I think he said Mace said that was Puffs, but Mace was in the bathroom with it. I don't know what that was all about, man, but that was real weird to me. That was crazy.
Crazy, man. But before we get off of that, right, I remember you told me a while ago that, Mace, he used to live with Diddy, and he know a lot of stuff about Diddy that a lot of people don't know.
Man, it's a lot of stuff that Mace and Usher know that they ain't telling about Diddy. There's a lot of stuff that they know. Can you imagine, bruh? Can you really imagine?
What you mean by Usher, though?
Usher used to stay with Diddy, too, when he was younger.